Alright, welcome back everybody. Welcome to another week of more Duel Commander content. Quick couple of shout outs before we get going with the main content going on tonight. Shout outs to my buddy Adam Wasmo, as some of you know him online. Showcase deck lists. I don't know how I'm gonna get this at all. But Adam top 8'd the Legacy Showcase Challenge over the weekend, wherever that may be. Playing Death and Taxes. We corroborated on a lot of the list. He made top 8 with a list that I do recommend for people playing Legacy right now. If you're brave in the trenches, a lot of like main deck Graveyard Hate, Containment Priest, Fairy Macabre. Sideboard is 4 Leyline, the other 3 Fairy Macabre. Very hateful, pretty reasonable in the current metagame. Big ups to him for qualifying for the Showcase qualifier with Death and Taxes. Always a fan of more Death and Taxes players out there. Second shout out is I did another piece of content out there besides my usual stream with not with me, with Goblin Lackey 1. Goblin Lackey, Eli, as many know him. We did a Duel Commander video where we played Muxus together. It was a lot of fun. He's got a YouTube video here over on his YouTube here. Go drop him a sub. Leave a comment, leave a like, all that good stuff. It was a really, really fun league. It was very funny, a lot of amusing moments, and a lot more playability than I honestly anticipated. Literally just pulled a Muxus list for him, like, we talk about it in the video, but like grabbed one of the only Muxus lists I could find. Got second place in like a fairly big tournament over in Europe. But deck was really cool. He's been having a lot of fun with it. I know he's like jammed a bunch of Duel Commander leagues since, so hopefully we can convert more people over to our sacred format here. And the third shout out is I guess me. My YouTube channel has been getting actually pretty close to 1K subscribers. This is usually just my dumping ground for stream VODs, but the Duel Commander videos have been doing pretty well lately, so much appreciated. Thank you to everyone out there who's supporting my content, both here on Twitch or over on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe. Get this number up towards 1,000. At 1,000, I get to monetize my YouTube account, which I don't actually know what most of that means, but you know, any amount of money would always help go towards making the stream better. Maybe putting a little bit more effort into the YouTube videos rather than just actual stream VOD dumping ground. Yeah, thanks everybody for supporting. I've been having a lot of fun with Duel Commander, so I'm happy that other people are enjoying it too. The Duel Commander videos have been doing really well. So I think, all that being said, I didn't know what I wanted to play tonight. I didn't want to just like jam more Cloud. We've played Cloud for like 3 straight streams. I do think Cloud is really good, but I don't know. It's nice to like mix things up every once in a while, especially in Duel Commander. We're still kind of exploring. Cloud has been absolutely tearing it up on Moto though. People keep copy pasting like almost the exact same list on MTGO. Let's see if we can just snipe one from the Duel Commander trial that has something that's been really bugging me. So yeah, something along like this list has been the most copy pasted version, which I can understand some of. There's a lot of people going around with the Oswald package where you sideboard into Oswald versus especially the Storm decks, but a lot of the combo decks in general. And in order to support Oswald, we've talked about it on stream a little bit. You have to play some little bit worse cards. You play like the 1-drops. What are they? The Novice Inspector, Thraben Inspector, which I guess this person isn't even playing. But a lot of the lists are playing like a few more artifacts in order to actually utilize your Oswald better in the command zone. But the annoying thing here is that like the copy paste meta of people online is that like a lot of people copied like the Doom Travel attack, but then started shaving pieces of it. And I've seen truly so many lists that play Garrison Cat still, but don't play Hunted Witness, when Garrison Cat is just make a 1/1 and Hunted Witnesses make a 1/1 with lifelink, it's just worse. This card is just worse than Hunted Witness. Why? If we're gonna cut our Doom Travelers, why are we playing this one, guys? Come on. We gotta have a little bit of, like, foresight, a little bit of thinking about our deck lists. But I guess not. We're just ripping whoever made the last deck list and just inputting into the next event. Just get the Garrison Cat out. If you're not gonna play all the Doomed Travelers, at least play the fucking Lifelinker over the Garrison Cat. Come on. Alright, that's my piece about that. I was wanting to complain about that for a while. But anyway, big Duel Commander events that went on this weekend. I think this is called, like, French Nationals. I'm not sure of the official name, but there was a big Duel Commander event over in France. Like, 418 players in the main event, and, like, also had big side events. Very cool. They streamed a lot of it, if not all of it. I forget. I got to watch quite a few matches over the weekend. Looks like, oh, we got top 32 deck list? Hell yeah. I actually only saw top 16 last time I checked, so I'm very excited. I wanted to, like, pick through some of these lists and maybe find something to stream today, because I didn't want to just, like, play some Cloud. If I don't find anything cool here, though, we may, like, try to dig up an Acererak list, or maybe, like, Fringe Legates, Diamond Weapon list, because I kind of wanted to try one of those, but we'll see. We'll see what I'm feeling. We'll see if chat has any strong opinions about what we should play tonight. But looking over this, it does just feel like MTGO meta is pretty spot on, with the exception of, like, Deadpool existing, obviously. MTGO meta does, like, pretty closely match a lot of what goes on in paper. There are some players out there who are just like the French meta is the true meta, and MTGO meta is just, like, not real, and it's not the same thing, and just I don't know. It feels like Magic's Magic, and we're kind of all playing the same format here regardless. From the looks of things, it's just like, oh yeah, we see VV, a deck that I've, like, seen around in leagues and seen it pop up every once in a while. We see Thrasios Ravos or Thrasios Timna, which is probably just like a Nadu deck, right? Or a Nadu slash Devoted Druid deck. Devoted Druid, Nadu. The equipment. Or not the equipment, the enchantment. What's it called? Swift Reconfig, and then the Squirrel that also combos. Hazel's Brewmaster, the other card that combos with Devoted Druid. Pretty standard list. A lot of Rograk Tevesh, more than you see online, which is something I'm curious about. I, like, vaguely want to try these Storm lists, but I'm just such a bad Storm player. I feel like I really wouldn't do these decks justice if I tried them. But they're interesting. The fact that there are 3 of them in top 8, they do so well, and you don't see it online as often. And then just, like, Atraxa, Azusa, a bunch of Aragorn right outside the top 8. Plagon, Airtie. It's a Cloud list. Ooh, Cloud list, huh? It's like the first I've seen of this because I didn't see the top 32. Slimefoot and Squee. A little bit of Felia, Shieldred, and Yoshimar. Like, these are all just, like, decks you see online. It feels overblown, people that don't think that the Moto meta is real. But I am curious about this Cloud list and what's going on. Looks fairly stock. It's got some weird ones. Frodo, Knight of the White Orchid, Palace Jailer, a few oddball cards. But, like, mostly pretty standard Cloud stuff that I would expect to see. Nothing that really stands out to me. No Oswald package, notably. I've have not been super impressed with the Oswald package, but also, like, if you're running into Rogtev, like, a bunch of paper, maybe it's worth considering more heavily. But you do have to just kind of add a lot more clunky cards that I do feel like hurt you in other matchups. Something that I don't know how interested I am in that. Is Cloud just 99 card D&T? Yes and no. It is kind of 99 card D&T, but also it is like you have Skull Clamp in the command zone, so you're just a Skull Clamp deck, which is not exactly very D&T. Just having access to draw a million cards. But I guess nowadays D&T is just like a insurmountable card advantage engine. But I would say Felia lists are closer to 99 card D&T than Cloud lists are. Where's the Felia list? Every Felia player in paper plays Astrid Peth because this card is not legal on Moto because it's a Doctor Who card. This card am I missing something? This card doesn't seem that good. Like, you flicker and you make food tokens, and then you pay 2 mana to sacrifice the food or clues, and then you like explore, which draws a little bit of a card sometimes. I don't really get it. I exclusively see this card in like every single paper Felia list, and I don't really understand it. But other than that, it looks pretty stock. Felia is getting some sick upgrades in the new set. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm never actually gonna start this this league. I'm never gonna find a deck because I just want to keep talking about other stuff. But for those of you that aren't watching all the Edge of Eternity spoilers, this is a no leak zone, by the way. Please don't post any leaks in chat. I'm not gonna be talking about any leaks. We're just literally going off of what's on Scryfall. There are a bunch of official spoilers today that are out. We can talk about those. Please don't post any leaks. I don't care. I don't want to see them. We can talk about them when they're officially spoiled. But all the warp cards seem really sick with Felia. Various amounts of like legitimately playable. Like this card's probably a joke because it's, textless if you don't have Felia. But 3 mana, get a free 9/9. Anti-Causal Vestige seems like more fucked up with Felia and like more playable without Felia. Huge body, and then when you warp it and then flicker it, you basically just get your mana back. You get to draw a card and then like just put a 3 or a 4 drop into play anyway, and then you get a giant 7/5. And if you don't have the Felia, then you get to like warp it and do that same thing. And then there are a bunch of white warp cards somewhere. Exalted Sunborn. So while this doesn't actually have any synergy with Felia itself, you can like warp it for 2 mana and like flicker it to get Felia in play, or like Felia just makes a bunch of tokens, right? This is a token doubler. So it is just really fucked up, and it's just like huge stats, like 4/5 flying lifelink. If you cheat this in with Felia, just with no other text, is really really good. Soul Sister, big Soul Sister with Felia, but probably not the best. It's a little awkward. At the beginning of your end, subject draw a card if you gain 3 or more life this turn. If you flicker it, then you're not going to get your trigger. But I guess if you flicker it, you keep it around. And I don't know. I'll have to think about it more. Astral Reclaimer, similarly kind of awkward in Felia, where you get like the 3 mana warp trigger you can buy, specifically, notably non-creature, non-land, so you can't just buy back creatures. So this might be a bit of a miss. But there are a lot of non-creatures that you want to get back in Felia. Maybe not a lot, but like... Okay, there actually aren't that many. There are some, but we'll see. And then you get, 5/4 life, I think, pretty good body still. And then Starfield Shepherd, which seems really good. It's similar to Ranger Captain of Eos, right? Where you get to grab a 1-drop creature, or you can draw Basic Plains, which Felia is like really mana hungry. If you're a Landlight, you can just warp Starfield Shepherd to hit your land drops and then go get like 1-drops too. I think that's all the warp cards we've seen for now. But a lot of those seem like cool upgrades for Felia. Unfortunately, I'm not very interested in playing Felia until something happens with Cloud. Because Cloud is real busted as far as mono white decks go. Hoping to see some D&T gameplay? Not happening. I don't know how much clearer I can be. Not very interested in playing Legacy right now. Kellen's just like normal mono red. Wait, no, this is the other Kellen. Shit, this is red white. This deck's kind of cool. I don't know. It feels like you're probably just playing Bad Cloud, right? 2 mana. You get to tutor Aura's Aura equipment, which is kind of nice because you can tutor Ossification on Thin Ice, the Curses. removal spells like Chain to the Rocks. Or Planar Disruption, I guess. Yeah, you just have a little bit more auras in your repertoire. This deck is pretty cool. I've not seen a Kellen deck before. Felia, Plagon, more Rog Tev. There's Rog Sai? Rog C? I guess Rog Sai, right? Silas. This is the tempo list that I keep seeing. I'm starting to think that the Reanimator or the polymorph lists are like a myth. Every time I see Rog C, I'm like, oh, it's probably the Reanimator list. The Reanimator polymorph, and then I only see these tempo lists, which were apparently like supposed to be a juke where like, oh, I'm playing a combo deck, you mulligan for combo cards, and then like you just play efficient tempo cards instead. Rog Tev, Shield Dread, a bunch of Slimefoot and Squee, and a bunch of Yoshimaru. Yeah, nothing like... This is all just, like, pretty stock stuff. Shoutouts to Thomas as well. Thomas Mekin? I don't want to butcher his name, but he's, like, a multi-format grinder. I've played against him in Legacy a number of times. Taking down the whole thing. Now, this is a Delver deck right here. This isn't, like, a bunch of counter spells and stuff. This is, like, cantrips and cycling and just card churn. You do have obviously some like pretty efficient counter spells, but it's not nearly as like, it's not the same as like the Aragorn lists. It's much more suited towards VV's strengths, obviously, of spell slinging, casting a bunch of cards in one turn. I missed this one. Who is Emmett Selch? Oh, is it another Final Fantasy card? This is just Reanimator would make some sense. I clicked on like just a random card. Kind of confused. Is this like all non-legend Reanimator? Are we playing like Persist here? Interesting. We have like just Grizzlebrand as a legendary. Huh. Alright, let's get out of here. There's also, I don't know where the lists are, but there was also like a 60-person side event that I thought I saw Type A for, and there was also an event in Prague that had 63 players. It was a pretty big event with a bunch of there's some non-stock stuff. There's Terra Magical Adept Reanimator. The Reanimator decks all look the same to me though. No matter how many colors you play, you're like kind of the same deck. This one's cool though because it isn't. I shouldn't say that because this one is a World Torture combo deck. It does have like the regular Hoarding Broodlord, Saw in Half, Sacrifice stuff. And then Rocco, which I imagine is some sort of combo toolbox deck, right? Because this guy just tutors anything. Yeah, you have like Vizier of Remedies plus Devoted Druid, Felidar Guardian, which I assume combos with... Oh, we have like Pod. We could probably pod up to Kiki Jiki for like Kiki Felidar, Kiki Resto. Makes sense. Just kind of Naya combo stuff. Vivian also combos with like any three drop or whatever, right? You potted into Felidar, you pod Felidar into Kiki. Or you pod Felidar into like Karma Guide, give back Felidar, pod Felidar into Kiki. Kiki copies Karma Guide brings back Felidar, you go off. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is just Yoshimaru with a weird name. Alright, so all these lists are boring. I don't want to play any of these. Give me... Chat, what do you think? You want to play Acererak? You want to try to dig up a a diamond weapon list. I kind of want to play diamond weapon, to be honest. Do I have one open somewhere? I think I had one open from last week. Yeah. It's a diamond weapon and an Acererak list. There are going to be so many cards that I can't. There's just no chance I'm going to be able to click through all of these and figure out what they do. Let's just download this. Do love me my monocolored decks in all formats. Oh shit, yeah. Well, we'll just play a forest. Gallifrey Council Chamber, unfortunately not legal on MTGO because it's a Doctor Who card. Oh god, I need to like pick out new forests because it's just gonna give me like random ones. Why is this? Do I need to pick out a different Berserk and a different Ghost Quarter? It just autofilled the ones that don't exist. Oh, I can just do this. Perfect. Are these all just I guess Lotus Field makes some sense because it puts more things in the yard. Kind of down for this. What forest did they give me? They gave me Tarkir Dragonstorm forests. Can we find better ones? Honestly, these are pretty sick. Final Fantasy forests? Fuck it. How many forests do we need? 18. Get out of here. Alright, let's try it. I'm kind of down for this. Diamond weapon. For those of you that don't know, it's probably cut off on my screen here. If I zoom in on it. 9 mana, 8/8, reach, immune to combat damage. Cost 1 less for every permanent in your graveyard. So literally all this deck does is like self-mill to make your diamond weapon cost 2 at all times. I am unsure how you beat like hard graveyard hate, but hard graveyard hate is kind of few and far between as far as legacy, as far as Duel Commander goes. You don't really see a lot of like rested pieces. Obviously, the Leyland of the Void is not a card that is very good either, both because it's a single 10 and 99 card format, and also because there are no sideboards, so you just have to be playing it in your main deck. You do see, like, kind of one-shot Graveyard Hate, Soul Guide Lanterns and stuff, or you see, like, cheaper stuff, like, Ghost Vacuum, stuff like that. Lion Sashes. But we'll see how bad things go if we hit by those cards. Maybe this deck is unplayable, who knows. 2 mana 9/9 seems pretty good though. Although it's not 2 mana on turn 2 basically ever, right? Here. Short of like the God Draw, you could probably turn 2 it if you have like double fetch land and Shriekhorn that puts 6 cards in the yard. Then you also need like a bobble or something, or like a crop rotation. This seems pretty tall order. Let me change the stream title. Also, I should probably upload this deck list to Flex Slot. Change Stream title. Diamond weapon. Mono red, huh? Tapland already becoming kind of awkward here, but got a lot of our good cards, right? I mean, we have like one drop into one drop potentially. Cool Caller's Bell. Though you could probably, if you get Rumble on 2, this deck has almost no it's 4 non-permanent cards in the entire deck, so like casting this on 2 mills 4, puts 1 in your hand, so it mills 3, so you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think if we go Ghoul Caller's Bell and draw an untapped land, we can turn 3 Diamond Weapon guaranteed. Oh shit, Shriekhorn. That's like the best card in the deck. We do notably actually need to exile a green card if we want this to tap for green, which is important to cast Diamond Weapon. Let's just go Shriekhorn first. Milled Dragon's Fangs, which means we can give him +1/+1 trample if we want. Kind of like Malevolent Rumble, just to like try to gain 2 life. It mills us 3 essentially. So we're gonna add 1 to hand, so we'll have 5 in the yard, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we'll guarantee Diamond Weapon next turn. This just surveils more. I think I just want more green mana. I think we're good on millers in this hand. Notably, Chapter 2 can gain us 2 life-ish. Where Swordman? We're just shaking things up. We can't just play Cloud every day, right? Played Cloud for like last 3 streams. I was just thinking, playing a broken deck in Duel Commander tickles your fancy deck and help you pick a better legacy deck so you can go back. Thanks for the resub, Eureka, but no thank you. There is a Storm deck, like a pretty good one, in Duel Commander if you ever want to give it a go. Happy to run through a league with you if you want to play Rogtev. It's probably I do kind of want to play it, and it might be wise to have like someone more storm-brained help me along with it. Like when I was in Lackey's, when I was on Lackey's video playing Muxus, obviously the Goblins player had a lot more to think about. I was experienced in the format, but he was obviously more experienced with the function of Goblins cards. You know, play some Rogtev? Maybe we can do that next week or something if you want, if you're down. I don't think anything in my deck gives my Diamond Weapon lifelink. That would be pretty sick, but not very green, huh? We can almost one-shot our opponent here, notably. I think something to keep in mind. Our diamond weapon's going to be a 9/9, and we have a Berserk. Which I think is going to be the primary game plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we'll be good. Diamond weapon plus... That makes sense. My opponent's going to attack me for 4 here. Give me this a look at. I've been trying to find something in DC. I haven't tried it yet. All right, yeah, there are like 3 in the top 8 of the big French nationals event, so I'll grab one and shoot you it in the DMs. Yeah, we're at 11, huh? Damn, that Rancor would have been kind of nice. It is what it is. Do have to be wary of milling them when they have Grim Lavamancer. I think I'm just playing Vessel. I don't know what I'm digging for exactly. Problem is I cannot one-shot them. And if I ever attack, I'm probably just gonna die. Probably just means I need to play like Binding next turn. Oh, the ring tempts them, so they can get a guy underneath. That's pretty rough. Yeah, we're effective 5 here. I just need to attack. Just don't think I'm allowed to attack. Yeah, definitely not allowed to attack. I'm literally dead. Unless we draw, like, blockers. We only have 18 here, huh? We're 2 life. Wait, we're just dead, right? Regardless, it just shoot me, attack both. So I need to crack this. Be nice if this deck could play like the hierarchs. Not in the color pie though. Wait. Oh no, that's not quite lethal. I did almost fumble lethal if they don't block, but by playing my land, but no, I'd be 1 mana off, right? Because this needs a green and tap. Yeah, if I didn't play the Saga and I just had green open, I could play Okina, but then I could only attack for 10 or 18, not 20. Also, I think a wiser player would probably just, like, chump block in case of exactly Berserk. But yeah, I think we're just dead here. Shoot you, attack, and hold up Lavamancer activation. Oh yeah, that works too. I forgot I can't block this. Yeah, they had 100 ways of killing me there. Unfortunate. Yeah, not being able to... I mean, I guess this deck does have a lot of creatures. We did not have a creaturey draw, which maybe I should have been more worried about. Like, just putting 1/1s in front of Kellen is maybe an important thing. We don't have basically anything in the way of lifelink that I can immediately see, or like gaining life outside of gaining 2 life off of the one card that was in our hand. Already forgot the name. Oh, Shadow Spears would have been a good one, huh? That would have been a really, really messed up one to find. Good card to keep in mind to dig for. Yeah, we have a lot of like little mill dudes that just like put bodies in play and just kind of get in the way of the opponent. And it's possible I should have just like milled my opening hand, or mulled my opening hand. Being on the draw versus Kellen just means you kind of need to put stuff into play, or that's going to happen to you. Good to keep in mind. Can we submit, please? Can we go to the next game? Yeah, Disciple Fraley's probably not getting to 6 mana to sack Diamond Weapon and gain 9 life and draw 9 cards, or 8 life, 8 cards. A nice dream to think about, though. This card's pretty nice. This deck is literally just every card you could possibly jam into the deck that mills, huh? Interesting deck change. What brought that on? I was just, feeling like I wanted to try some other stuff. Diamond Weapon had been, like, gnawing away at the back of my mind. It's just, like, a card that I just wanted to, like, try out. I don't think it's going to be particularly competitive, but, Played Cloud for, like, the last 3 streams. I think the deck's pretty good. I'm very happy with where the deck's at right now. Alright, well, we have, like, the best card in the deck. And, like, but, yeah, I mean, this hand's really good. I think we just lead on Shriekhorn. Just guarantee Diamond Weapon on 3. We're probably just gonna like Utopia Throw Moltender. Sounds much better on the play at least. Where we can like we play Shriekhorn, get Moltender just in the way of a Kellen, and then just play an 8/8 and hope that that's good enough. Am I supposed to fetch or never fetch? We'll mill 6 cards only for Diamond Weapon? I guess we can always just fetch. If we've milled 6 permanents exactly on turn 3, we could potentially fetch to make 2-mana Diamond Weapon if we have other things to do. But if I like fetch Shriekhorn twice, I'll have milled 5 cards. But I can always just, unless I draw like another fetch, is 6 cards. It doesn't quite do it either. Anything interesting from the French national results? Not really. I was looking through a lot of it. You go Sprawl into Horn Molt Tender. Well, you want to play a Horn as soon as possible so you can mill yourself with every charge, right? The Sprawl is mana neutral right now, and I only had like 2 mana worth of cards to play. Like this turn, I'm just gonna go Sprawl into Molt Tender, Ovenwald Tracker. But yeah, French Nationals just looked like a lot of, like, for the most part, pretty stock lists. Enchant this one using this one. There we go. Did it right. A few spicy things, but like just a lot of lists that I would expect to see just on MTGO and stuff. Green, Molt Tender, Ovenwald Tracker. If I'm allowed to block with Molt Tender, I will. Yeah, I figured. Killing both my things would make some amount of sense. Alright, that's pretty good for me, huh? Now we just get to play Diamond Weapon on like a fairly uncontested board at 18 life rather than like at 10 or whatever we were last time. Ooh, Rancor's a fun one. Alright, let's mill ourselves in case we find Breath Weapon, I guess, or whatever it's called. Dragon Breath, Dragon Fangs. Just naming completely wrong names. Whatever, the thing we got in the first game. I guess we'll just put Rancor on him for good measure. Suspend Rift Bolt. You got it, Chief. I think I'm just hitting, right? Oh, we drew Tarmogoyf too? Yeah, let's go. Let's punch. Go get him, Diamond Weapon. We're clocking. Good old-fashioned Tarmogoyf. Let's go. We ran out of cards pretty fast, which is oh, not a great sign, you know, when you're spending a full card on something like Shriekhorn just to cast your commander. Just a 2/2 with haste. Floating a mana. Sure. So if I attack both, you have to block both, because you block here, you take 8 still. So you just have to block, and I'm facing 3 at 14 with 2 cards in hand. Seems pretty safe to me. The Skull Clamp not looking very good on this board, huh? Hey, you never know if this Tarmogoyf dies. Hey, Big Cuddle Monster, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. A prelim? You think that I'm playing in the prelim tonight, Efron? You think that's happening? Yeah, they're dead. We did it. I'm not playing Cloud today. Yeah, I mean, you can't just play like the same deck for 4 streams in a row, right? You gotta shake it up. It's either this or Acererak, and I do kind of want to play that deck. That deck is like kind of a pet deck of mine. I love Mono Black Combo was like one of my first dual commander decks. I played Sidisi Buried Alive like a decade ago. So I like that Acererak kind of carries that torch, and just kind of a neat deck. But I think Cloud is like very, very good, and I would register it if I were playing in a, you know, competitive event tomorrow or something. But sometimes you just gotta scratch other itches. This one was just something kicking around in my head that I just wanted to try Diamond Weapon. I don't think we were making any waves with this one. I don't think we're breaking ground. Acererak is hell to go through the combo. Yeah, I mean, it's like not that bad. I've done it before. Yeah, this is just like every card in mono green that mills you, so you can cast a 2-mana 8/8 as many times as possible. The problem is that like this card isn't particularly killable, so like the thing that you want to do is convert this by like forcing your opponent to answer it a lot. I guess we have a 1 matchup sample size here, which isn't great, and it's like it's mono red, the deck that's maybe the best at just ignoring your 2-mana 8/8. But like if you're not converting your diamond weapon for your opponent's cards, then you're just like playing a bunch of cards that are pretty inefficient, which is a little bit scary. But also in mono green, you don't have a lot of like anti-combo cards, so like I feel like you're gonna get run over. We don't even have a card like Soul Guide Lantern or something to find off of Urza's Saga to like try to survive against the combo decks, the graveyard decks or something. The trick with this Acererak is that you like don't have to actually just kill them with dealing them 1 every time you go through the dungeon, and that's it. The thing is, you just start drawing, like, one of the dungeons completed is, like, draw 3 cards and cast them for free or something, right? And you just, like, find a tutor and, like, Tendrils of Agony them or whatever. You don't actually have to, like, click through casting a Acererak 400 times. Although I imagine comboing specifically on Moto with Sig Ceremony or whatever the new cost reducer is a lot more stressful because you have to make sure that you click on the triggers right and you stack the Acererak goes back to your hand before it gets destroyed and makes a zombie every time. You don't want to fuck that one up if you don't have extra mana to recast your Acererak from the command zone again. Alright, we just want, like, guys. Alright, well, this is a stone cold blank, huh? I think this hand just sucks. I think this hand is very bad. We have, like, turn 1 Wild Growth, turn 2 Satyr Wayfinder. But, like, this is a blank. This is a blank. This is kind of a blank versus mono red. Yeah, we're sending it back. Alright, well. It is what it is sometimes, I suppose. Into no lander on 5. Woof. Do we keep this? Do we just like keep this and concede? Better than going to 4? If we draw a land, we have like Urza's Bauble and Wild Growth and Utopia Sprawl into like Satyr Wayfinder. I think we keep this on 5. Bank on the 40-ish% to play the game. Okay, 38-ish% minus whatever. 92 cards in library instead. Bottom this and bottom... I kind of don't want a bottom crop rotation because I want to turbo a Diamond Weapon, but I haven't mathed out how fast we can get Diamond Weapon now. I guess we bottom crop rotation because we want to take damage here. I keep this. It's like maybe totally unhinged. But I don't think we're winning against mono red on a mold of 4 with a commander that can't be cast without a fair number of support cards. I think we just need to rip Forest off the top. Nope. Fair enough. I do want to play this deck, though. The Darkness Crystal looks like a really cool addition, too. I love cards that, like, offer this deck additional win cons. Also, like, Graveyard Hate. Kind of sick Cloud Hate. Where you just get to exile their stuff, and they don't get the Skull Clamp Death triggers and stuff like that. This deck is pretty cool, though. this transmutes for both Sibzig Ceremony and Relic of Legends. That's pretty sick. Just because it's 3 cost, right? Wait. Transmute for the same with the same converted mana cost? That just means 3, right? That doesn't mean same exact mana cost, does it? I don't actually know. I haven't transmuted in a really long time. VV versus Diamond Weapon, huh? Alright. I think we're gonna lead on Moltender here. If it dies, it dies. If it doesn't, then like it plus Ghoul Caller's Bell can just make it an actual mana dork. Eventually Ghoul Caller's Bell into Herd Heirloom into Overall Tracker. It's actually kind of sick. So this deck at least is a little bit slower than Mono Red, but obviously in our deck without a lot of removal spells, VV can get really out of hand really fast and kill us. Sad. Hall of Gemstones, a card I've never seen before. I'm a big Hall of Gemstones lover. I love Hall of Gemstones. You don't get to see it a lot, but it's a real sick one to pull out. I guess we'll go... I think I'm going Herd Heirloom into Uvenwald here. Because then I can use the 3 mana to cast like Warring Triad too. Into like Ghoul Caller's Bell or something. Cards in the yard for Diamond Weapon. We can get our beatdowns on pretty fast here. Warring Triad into Ghoul Caller's Bell, I think means Diamond Weapon is active the following turn, and we'll have a 5/5. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough for Diamond Weapon. We will cast all the rest of our spells in our hand. Am I supposed to attack into this? I don't know if they have some stupid flash threat that's going to kill my guy. Oh, this isn't a mana ability, right? Because it has a target. I guess maybe Warring Triad won't be online, huh? 4, 5, 6. We could crack Vessel and get Diamond Weapon, actually. Oh, I didn't even think about milling them, like, the turn that they... If I could have considered, like, playing Ghoul Caller's Bell to try to disrupt a fetch Thundering Falls end step. Something I did not think about, but I really wanted to play the Herd Heirloom, and that doesn't cast Ghoul Caller's Bell. So this... Trample and draw a card? Pretty sick one. Could go with the Warring Triad, potentially. Like crack Vessel using these two, find a land, play the land, play Diamond Weapon, tap Heirloom on Warring Triad. Obviously the Uvenwald tracker kind of puts them in a bind of they can't just jam VV into my Diamond Weapon plus punch it. Kind of weird that they just took a total pass turn on turns 1 and 2, though. Just like fetch Thundering Falls, keep, into land go, do nothing. What do we got? got over there? That's so fucked up that you would do this. what the what the hell, man? That's so rude. My deck doesn't even have that many artifacts. Just 3 for 1 me with this. God damn. Well, I mean, at least diamond weapons cheap. Holy shit. Owned. Alright, I imagine we want to play our 2-mana 8/8 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. We could, like, crack Vessel to hit land drop, maybe? But I don't even know if we want to hit land drop, necessarily. This VV into Bolt Tracker? No? VV into an unsummon, maybe? Maybe I have to crack for land now. Just so I don't get, like, completely owned. If I miss, it really sucks. The odds of missing seem astronomically low. If they bounce now, then I can just, like, cast Armaglyph, which is also fine. Thank God we did hit. This activates at sorcery on their turn. I'm just wondering if I want to punch this. We're at 18. If I just leave it up. If I do this on upkeep, does it become any different? I start playing into like Brazen Borrower and stuff. This feels wrong. Shore up. Pretty good. Might just die here. Opponent's got a lot of mana and cantrips, right? They cast like 6 spells or something, we die. 7 maybe. It's possible I should have just like not made a move, just waited. I don't know when I would have like said go though, because I can't like maybe after I declare blocks on a big VV or something. Just like chump with Uvenwald Tracker, or if they cast a removal spell or something. Might have been right to do upkeep. The way that they played it made me feel like it was almost certainly some form of interaction. But if we do it on upkeep, we're suddenly playing into like way more cards, which is something I wasn't a huge fan of. Ooh, bounce, draw. Scary. If anything we can do with like 6 retrace? Not really. We don't have enough mana to like 6 retrace a Winter Orb, which is also pretty dumb to cast Winter Orb into a VV. It's probably just Diamond Weapon Tarmogoyf. Just threaten lethal. I think I want to play this land too. Also worth noting that obviously, like, hindsight being 2020 and all, casting on upkeep wouldn't have mattered, right? This thing is free to... Oh, no, I mean... I don't know if they used all their mana that turn. I wasn't actually tracking. But the fact that it gives VV +1/+1 on their turn, which means they would have gotten an extra mana on that turn, right? So the mana that they lost is just gained back by the VV. In that specific instance. They could have obviously had a multiple number of different spells that wouldn't have done that. Well, now that we have 2 giant blockers, it's a little hard for my opponent to just kill me, but certainly not impossible when they have 7, 8, 9 potential mana here. To just, like, fire off spell. What's up, Eric? Why does everyone keep coming into chat and saying this isn't Cloud? Is that the only deck I'm allowed to play here? Can I not explore the format with other cards? We're just getting Mystic Confluence again. Fuck. Alright, yeah, we won't be dead, huh? I wonder if you just, like, bounce, Snapcaster, right? That's gotta be lethal, right? Draw a card, sure. Yeah, I think ultimately this deck just doesn't have good enough interaction to really keep pace in Duel Commander. I think that, like, being able to stop your opponent from doing their thing is, like, one of the most important things, unless you're doing, like, something immensely powerful. And even the most combo, like, forward decks like Rog Tev are playing removal spells and discard spells to interact with their opponents, and your mono green deck just, like, doesn't have a lot of that ability. What's up, Blackie? How's it going? Oh yeah, we're going to 3 minimum here, and then just cast like 3 spells. They're 5 cards in hand. All right. I don't need to take my draw step. I'm good. All right. If we just get like crushed here, maybe we pivot midstream to the Acererak deck instead, huh? Playing versus the slowest mono red player of all time. Are they a win trader? Do they have good cards in their deck? Do they have like cards that actually cost tickets? I think you just like mill almost everything. Did we mill Dredger's Insight? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in yard. Means turn 3 we'll be 1 off unless we get the Maverick killed. It's actually kind of annoying. Maybe we keep this then? Keeping this means 1 less card in the yard and then 1 more card in the yard because this mills 4 instead, which... Ugh. Hadn't considered the Wind Trader angle. Yeah, I'm a little... most of the Wind Traders I see are like playing mono white, like it's like genuine draft chaff. So, which is kind of weird because you'd think that the mono red deck would be better for like trying to actually win a game of Magic without spending any money. Because most of that deck is also draft chaff. Just like every Shock and Lightning Strike has ever been printed in Magic's history. Ooh. I like that. How many card types we got? Creature. Yeah, we got 4. This guy kind of beats down, huh? Mumble sets up for Diamond Weapon, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Just, yeah, I can't in fact do math. I guess I could just, next turn, I could just Malevolent Rumble into a land to cast Diamond Weapon, so I'd rather just Ursine Monstrosity here. Oh, this also mills me a card, even if he's summoning sick, if he resolves. So I don't even necessarily have to Rumble. This guy's just a 7/7. God damn. Ursine Monstrosity's about to be down. Never mind, he's dead. So much for that plan, huh? Let's do Shepherd into Diamond Weapon, I guess. Should have done this post-combat, but whatever. Alright, seems like we're got a pretty good aggro start going here. Do we just have lethal? Block here, take 13. I think this is not lethal. Well, it depends on the card they cast here. Off the remaining VV mana. We could, like, Rancor Diamond Weapon. I think they have to jump block it. If they block here, they take 1, 2, 3, plus 10 is 13. And then I can do another point of damage. Seems pretty good for me, huh? Can't even counter that. Let me double check here. Yeah, alright. Alright, yeah, they give up. The deck certainly does better on the play. The deck suffers from being a turn too slow on the draw because you can't, like, consistently turn to your commander ever. So we have several looks at a green source here. Bauble plus Hidden Grotto Surveil. We have a blank here. But if we hit green, we can play Town Greeter or Rumble into a green source for Diamond Weapon. Deck also doesn't have any ability to, like, discards. This Brawn's just gonna rot in our hand, and we're never gonna be able to give Diamond Weapon trample with it. If I'm mulling, what am I mulling towards? A hand that has a green source. Endurance isn't particularly helpful. Would have been really nice against that Snapcaster Mage, but this deck doesn't have, like, a ton of graveyard. I think we can do better. I guess, yeah, mulling for Berserk Rancor is a thing that that's reasonable. Yeah. Alright. I respect mulling for attempting to one-shot them. Am I supposed to ship Bauble? Or... Neither of these things get me to turn 3 Diamond Weapon, unfortunately. Actually, does Mumble into Teachings do it? It might, right? If I play Malevolent Rumble on 2, I have the Eldrazi Scion or Spawn that can cast the Teachings. That mills like 6-ish cards. Because these both mill 3 theoretically, which is actually 1 off. So if we kept the Bauble, we could do all that. Does that mean I have to bottom the Berserk and try to kill him over 2 turns? God damn it. I could also just try to hit something else. Could potentially draw land and not take anything off the Rumble. We'll see. I don't know, maybe the Bauble's just, like, too good at making your diamond weapon cheaper. I kind of just want all these cards, though, in order to try to kill my opponent as fast as possible in this very clear damage race. One drop is good, because if my opponent just wants to kill this, then this does mean that we can just do the Mumble into Teachings plan. Moving Wall Tracker is like a pretty solid one. Nice. Well, that's unfortunate. That memory lapse is pretty rough. Better than I thought about, like, trying to play around a counter by, like, playing Rumble Maverick or something, but that would just ended up being just as bad anyway. I think I just need to cast this. Urza's Saga, eh? There's no way that's gonna be fast enough. We just want to hit just more forests. I could try to Berserk the VV. Seems loose. But then I'm gonna have to wait so much. I'm gonna have to survive this turn and then also survive next turn playing Diamond Weapon and then attack. Berserking the VV seems like kind of insane though. Oh no, I was supposed to cast Roll Maverick. I don't know what I'm doing. My brain just shut off there. Guess it's like kind of fine. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Think it might be time to pack it in. It's time to start downloading this Acererak list, huh? No, I didn't want to open Felia V1.3. What do you... Let me add my new deck. I hear some bad noises on the other side. What's going on? Alright. Why are we resident sleepering VV? Is it just because this card is like a snooze fest in standard or something? Everyone's tired of seeing blue-red spells archetype? I think VV is cool. The fact that like Final Fantasy has like 2 extremely good and like probably 2 or 3 more like pretty good commanders for dual commander. Okay, I respect that. Yeah, if you're just like, oh, another blue-red spells deck in another fucking format, I do get that. I should probably cast Roll Maverick, but we're dead. Here, it's fine. We'll play this deck instead, huh? Seems like the other deck's not really working out. Can anyone explain to me how confirm my understanding of Transmute The same. Oh, it is the same mana value. Which just does that mean I tutor a card that's and a black, or I tutor for any 3-drop? Right. It's the latter. I tutor for a 3-drop. I can't imagine this card would be in my deck if it only tutored Dead of Winter and Toxic Deluge and Yogg-Will. Yeah, it's here because it tutors Relic of Legends and the Sib 6 Ceremony. This makes sense, thank you. We dead over here? Oh, they're gonna bounce my guy. Alright. This deck's bad. Alright, I've gotten this out of my system. Thank you, opponents, for teaching me that the Diamond Weapon is not playable. I don't even have to change the basics because you have to play Snow Covereds for Dead of Winter. Let's play this instead. Lesson learned. You really gotta interact in Duel Commander. You gotta be ready to try to stop your opponent from doing their bullshit, and Mono Green is not really set up to do that. With the exception of Azusa, obviously. Azusa is a very powerful card that, you know, circumvents that. Diamond Weapon, not so much. If the card were, like, a little bit cheaper, if you could, like, get it and play with, like, some, like, turn 2, like, there's no way you'd be able to turn 2 and 9-9, like, ever, though, right? Or an 8-8. Because if you could do that in Duel Commander, you'd probably do that in other formats than just reprinting Hogak, huh? But yeah, it's just, like, not quite enough. Especially in Mono Green, where you, like, don't have enablers. Or, yeah, one-shot them with, like, Tifa. A card that can actually be cast on turn 2 and threaten to win the game. The appeal of a card like Diamond Weapon is that you generate card advantage in the slower matchups via being able to cheaply cast your 8-8 over and over and over again and threaten your opponent. Like, hypothetically speaking, playing versus a deck like Aragorn, where it's like, okay, this card is very scary, I need to answer it. If you just are constantly milling cards over through the course of the game, you just constantly have the ability to recast a 2-2 or a 2-mana 8-8, paying through, like, discounting through commander tags, which is, like, really powerful in theory, but I think the cards in your deck are just not very good. Acererak. You just don't have, like, the interaction. Your deck's, like a turn 2 slow. We saw that numerous times. We played against, like, 2 fairly aggressive decks, which is not, you know, the best test case, but in theory is why you play the... Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's upload this other deck. I didn't even finish uploading the Diamond Weapon deck list. I only put it on Flex Slot. I didn't even put it on Stream Decker. New deck. Acererak. Oops. Acererak Duel Commander. Am I pronouncing that one right? It's got a real fucking goofy-ass D&D-ass name. Acererak. The Arts. Just too many R's in a row there. Maybe we should play Tifa, speaking of one-shotting people with Tifa. I do love monocolored decks. I am also... Unfortunately, I'm also allergic to decks that, like, have very bad Aragorn matchups, and I can't imagine that Tifa has a good Aragorn matchup. Just a deck that's, like, so heavily reliant on trying to kill your opponent with your commander versus the deck of just, like, infinity counter spells and removal spells. Acererak? Acererak, according to the D&D... Hang on. Acererak pronunciation. Fuck off, AI. I don't give a shit about your terrible opinion that's not helpful. Acererak? Acererak? 99% of people pronounce it Acererak. It goes back to the original Tomb of Horrors. Fair enough. Acererak? Acererak sounds more D&D, but Acererak. Save as a video. I don't think you guys will hear this if I hit play on it. I don't know. I'll listen to it, and you guys won't. Acererak. Acererak. Yeah, that's what this says, right? Acererak. You kind of just jam the R-E-R into one R sound. Acererak. Don't worry, your players will call him ass crack regardless. That's how players work. I imagine that is like the top comment of this. Yeah, second comment. Acererak. Acererak makes sense, I think. Alright, I gotta like actually figure out what the fuck I'm doing with this deck, huh? The deck's a lot more... we're playing some pretty simple decks tonight. The Diamond Weapon list was pretty obvious in what it was doing. This deck is also just like cheap discard removal, sweepers, and tutors, and a little bit of card advantage. And then you want to cobble together either 2 discount cards like Jet Medallion, Bantu's Monument, or the big discount cards like Heartless Summoning, Sibsig Ceremony, and or Urza's Incubator, along with Carnival of Souls or Relic of Legends, and then you just cast Acererak infinite times, and you know, kill them with the dungeons, or eventually just Tendril Sing them. Probably not gonna finish this league, given we like dicked around with we talked about Duel Commander stuff at the start of the stream for like half an hour, and then dicked around with the Diamond Weapon list. So we'll play some of this. See how far we get. We also gotta like click through this very click heavy combo. Oh nice, I have white bordered Tendrils of Agony in my deck. Love to see it. It'll give us a chance while we're waiting here to actually like, look at the fucking cards in my deck. I do love a 3 creature deck list, huh? I love a deck that like can kind of circumvent the creature removal focus of Duel Commander. Stuff like this and Lier and the Storm deck, Rog Tev. So what does Shred Memory transmute for? It finds you Heartless Summoning. Or Helm. I don't see Helm of Awakening. I should have cut this. I played Acererak one other time. I hate Helm of Awakening. It's just like, I guess you're only supposed to cast it when you're about to combo off, but this card's like so fucking bad. But I guess it's the same as Wishclaw Talisman in terms of like you only use it when you're trying to kill them. Because if you ever put it into play and don't win the game, it's just so fucking god awful for you. But I don't know. I might have just cut this. I don't see Helm of Awakening in all the lists. Sometimes you see a little bit less of the one cost reducers because they're obviously not as efficient. I played for this deck quite a few times. It frequently seems like it does nothing. I thought it was like pretty good when I. Oh well, we had to play against it again, Lackey. So let's find out if it does nothing. We have removal. We have Urza's Incubator, which is half of the combo. I think this is fine. Muxus definitely puts you on a clock. I wonder if I just want to like, it depends on if he plays a 1-drop, but I'm wondering if I want to Cabal Writ into Incubator and just like start casting a Acererak for one. Of course, Lackey's on Muxus. Yeah, I played a league with him on his YouTube channel on Muxus. I think I just want to cabal right into Ursa's Incubator on Zombie. Name Goblin. So we can either Maze of Ith or Innocent Blood and start casting Acererak. View dungeon information, my favorite thing to do. I think you want this one, right? Mad Wizard's Lair is really good if you get to the end, though, right? Yeah, draw 3 cards and reveal them. You can cast one without paying its mana cost. But it's obviously much longer. God, I don't remember what any of these fucking rooms do. Alex, you're just in time. Yeah, I definitely want to Innocent Blood that. Not Tomb of Annihilation. So next turn we can go through. So we're gonna go through 2 here, and then we can go through 1, 2, 3, 4 potentially. Maybe only 3. I think I want to go down Dungeon of the Mad Mage here. Scry 1. I don't really think I need this. We can Yogwill Innocent Blood if we really want to. Oh, is he missing cards? Oh, he's so dead now. I don't know what these do, game! Oh, there we go. Oh, treasure token. Hell yeah. Oh, this means we can just go straight to the end, right? Because we get an extra... Did we owe 3 to your Diamond Weapon Link? We owe 2 to it. Thank you very much. Goblin Bazaar for the fans. Oh, this one's pretty good, huh? I hate this so much. I don't really want to scry 3. I don't want to exile my top 2 cards, Runestone Cavern, so I want to go to Mural's Graveyard. Because I want to cast the thing for free off the top of my deck. I don't really know what I'm going to do, because I can't cast the Tendrils out of my hand. He'll die eventually, though, right? He'll probably concede. Scry 3. So I'm going to draw all of these cards, and then I can cast 1 for free. Which is going to be Carnival of Souls. Oh, then I guess the combo does end for my turn. Which means then I can just Tendrils him next turn. Yeah, never mind, we're good. Bottom. Top. Top. No, I should probably actually duress him, huh? In case he has, like, some sort of Muxus combo. Like, tutors, or, rituals into Muxus, yeah. Yeah, and then we just Carnival Souls, Acererak, and then make treasure tokens to Tendrils him. We figured it out. I need just, like, I'm gonna pull up literally the MTG dungeons off to the side here so I can just constantly refer back to them without having to right-click repeatedly. Alright. Not big enough. Give me a larger image, please, so I can read them. Alright. Scry 1. Okay, so the middle dungeon, Lost Mine of Phandelver, is pretty good because it makes a treasure token pretty fast and drains them and then draws a card. So that is pretty good. The left one is much better for when you're digging, though, because you get to scry 1 and then make a treasure token and then scry 2 and then impulse draw 2 cards and then scry 3 and then draw 3, so... Yeah, this hand ain't gonna cut it, huh? Good old one-lander. Alright, this hand ain't gonna cut it, huh? Good old one-lander. This hand's a pretty solid one-lander as far as one-landers go, but I don't think one-landers are gonna go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, fine. No turn 1 Goblin Lackey. Good for me. Oh dear. Do I have to unmask? Decent chance I mean, I guess you could unmask a tutor or something. I feel like we're losing this game if we cast unmask, and we should probably try to high roll a little bit, huh? We could have maybe stopped this, huh? It'll be fine. Let's see. No hits. I guess we can draw to like Toxic Deluge, right? Good old one-outer. And this has got like Simian Spirit Guide. That'd be pretty sick here. Spirit Guide, give your guys haste, punch. We could transmute for Deluge to cope with just one order. I think he just had. I guess I haven't mathed to deterministic lethal, but all right, good old one-sided game into one-sided game, and then we'll go for a game 3. Okay, this is 2 lands. I can be a little bit less mad. This is a pretty bad hand, though. Ugh. Like defense grade is basically textless. Bubbling Muck's not looking very good as it sits. So this is a Moldus 6 essentially. I think it's a pretty bad Moldus 6, right? I think I'd rather just hit the mulligan button and try to find something more reasonable. Alright, this is definitely more reasonable. Do I just Dark Red Necro? Is that even good versus Muxus? Is this the plan? I mean, I feel like you don't put Necro in your deck to not cast it on turn 1, right? Do I Dark Red Necro? What kind of stream is this? Look, I'm not an expert at casting black cards. I'm sorry. I think we bought a Maze of Ith and just Dark Red Necro. and just draw to 7. Bro. Darker and Acererak profit. Two, three, four. I think I just draw to 7. I'm not like digging for anything yet. It's turn 1. I can just like restock my hand every turn. The old Necro as God intended. Alright, these are actually some pretty fucked up cards. These are some good ones. Hey, Mean Fanny Back, thanks for the resub. Appreciated. We have almost all the combo, right? Prism Ring turns off the Carnival of Souls life loss. Jet Medallion is half of a discount. We're pretty close to comboing. I don't really want to cut that down, so I guess it gets to live. Just Jet Medallion, I guess. And then draw 2. At this point, we might want to start digging a little bit deeper. Because we want to find Relic of Legends or another cost reducer like Jet Medallion so we can infinite combo. We also want to hit a land drop, notably. But how deep do we dig for that? It is kind of bad if I miss a draw here. What do they... It's so unlikely, though, right? This deck isn't, like, necessarily an aggro deck. It is kind of a burst deck. So I think we draw, like, a few more cards. We can discard. Let's just draw, like, 4. Oh, immediately hit the land. Sure. Immediately hit a bunch of lands. Cool. Alright. Made some bad choices. I think I am discarding the Cruel Claws Heist. Next turn looks like just Prism Ring and removal spells. Or maybe Prism Ring Carnival of Souls, 1 removal spell. Discard 1. Don't... Maybe I'm supposed to discard the Tendrils, huh? I don't have... Like, I can kill. I have 21 minutes to combo him, and it's Lackey, so he'll concede. I think we can just discard the Tendrils. We might want to discard to make sure that we're safe from, like, a Ritual Muxus turn. Today I learned that that's a trigger. It doesn't just exile them, it puts them in the graveyard and then exiles them. Hey, Uncle? Maybe? Uncle? Thanks for the follow, appreciated. Oh dear. It's not a bad one. This game's not about card advantage, though, but obviously this is also, like, getting him ahead on mana here. I think we will just, like, Prism Ring Cruel Claws Heist. Unless we draw... unless we draw something. Right. That's how this card works.
Husband!
What's up?
How long do you think you'll keep streaming?
I don't know.
Like at least an hour?
Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna set up shop here to draw if you weren't gonna like wrap up soon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess we just Prism Ring into Cruel Claws Heist, start gaining our life back from our Necropotence, huh? Make sure we're not, like, super dead to something. I kind of don't want to get Goblin Trash Mastered, huh? Kind of like my artifacts. It's kind of bad that I have to, that my opponent has a bunch of stuff to clamp, but that's kind of slow, and we'll be able to hopefully kill them soon. How many cards am I supposed to draw to just kill them? Just exiles? That's fun. I think I just drawed a full hand again, and I'm going to spend a bunch of my mana next turn, Carnival of Souls, and like either removing creatures from play or just casting a Acererak to Scry to set up to try to kill them the following turn. Or just like rip off the top. Okay, those are pretty good. Yogg-Will for my Dark Writ. Efficient, right? It costs 3 mana, make 3 mana, gain. It's gain 2 life if I Yogg-Will. The whole Necro Yogg-Will combo. You know what the real combo is? Necro Prism Ring. They don't tell you that one in Vintage. Necro Prism Ring, a Wombo combo. Draw cards by paying life. Cast spells, gain the life back. Just good deck building. Realistically, we're probably pitching the Yogg-Will to the Unmask. But maybe not. Who knows? Wily Goblin. Uh-oh. Looks like my opponent is setting up to Muxus me next turn, potentially. That could be bad. Could be very bad. If we hold up removal spells, there's a decent chance that we don't just straight up die to the Muxus. So we'll see. Whenever any creature enters? Wait, this just like triggers on... I could just die. I could just die if he just casts Muxus? That's how this card works? God, I need to figure out the text about cards, huh? Carnival of Souls. Let me double check this Oracle text, huh? Whenever a creature enters, you lose 1 life and add 1 black. So we could, like, cast these spells on my opponent's turn, too, but... It's also incredibly scary to cast Carnival of Souls into a Muxus, I guess we could check. Let's check if my opponent's going to Muxus me by unmasking them first. Yes, guaranteed that we can get Muxus to next turn. I'm going to take the Seething Song just to limit his mana to 6. Does that mean I don't really want to just Acererak once? Do we just scry one here? Just Lost Mines of Phandelver, scry one. And then hold up Longa by cut down and also like draw like 3 cards. And hope that that's enough to stop a Muxus from having haste and killing me. It's either that or invest in Carnival of Souls. Which is maybe much, much worse for me into the face of a Muxus. Could easily kill me. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cast Acererak for 2 mana here. Go into the Lost Mines of Phandelver. It's not a bad one. Gains a lot of life and can kill Muxus. It is unfortunately not a combo card, but I think I won't really want to keep it. Oh shit, Cabal Coffers. That's huge. Alright, I think we're just trying to kill him next turn. So I think we march this, gaining 4 life, pitching Inquisition, Cut Down, and then we have Long Goodbye. What's the combo deck of the format? There's High Tide and there's like Red Black Storm are the two big ones. Why is it sex equal 5? Oh, right, Gem Medallion. What's the line for not waiting to Muxus trigger resolve to march him? Because I don't want to get... If my opponent reveals something that can, like, sack Muxus, I don't gain the life. Or if the Muxus gets bigger off of Anthems. Oh, that Goblin Seller is kind of fucking annoying. Yeah, Skirk Prospector could prevent me from gaining the life off of my march. Or if my opponent hit, like, 2 Lords and made him a 6/6, I would have to pitch an extra card. That Urborg, that Goblin Settler is actually kind of obnoxious. So this is my opponent's hand, right? Oh no, they drew a random card. I think I'm just gonna Long Goodbye the Skirk Prospector. Clamp Prospector here? Or are you gonna cast a 1-drop? You just want like Grease Wrench or Stadium Headliner. Stadium Headliner in play right now would make sense to go with the Skull Clamp, right? Potentially. For a second I thought they flickered this other. Yeah, that would have been pretty bad for me. They hit like Settler Kiki or something. Just start stone raining the shit out of me. That'd be a rough one, huh? Alright, so what are we doing in the Lost Mines of Phandelver here? We can make a treasure token, so a free Acererak, and then we can drain for 1, and then we can draw a card. So it's 2 mana, draw a card, essentially. And also, like, gain 3 life along the way. Which is pretty bad. We want to go into the Dungeon of the Mad Mage to start digging. It's possible I should have gone for Dungeon last turn, even. I think it's just Carnival of Souls time. We're at 16. It's a little scary, but the Muxus threat is mostly off the table. Muxus costs 8 now. The Seething Song is out of the way. The Skirk Prospector's dead, so and we know 4 of the 5 cards in my opponent's hand, so it's going to be pretty hard for them to get to Muxus again. So they can't just, like, necessarily burst me with the Carnival. I shouldn't always yield to that. But it doesn't matter right now. I could make a 1/1, honestly, instead of a treasure token. Treasure token's broken, though, because it just lets you Acererak again. Dark Pools, Drain, or I could neg 2 this. Oh, that's combo next turn, so I don't have to draw any cards. I can just stay at 18. Can't believe I'm gonna lose the Carnival. So I play this for 1, and then I get to cast a Acererak for 1 mana every turn, and he generates 1 mana. It's not guaranteed lethal because I am it is guaranteed lethal because I have Prism Ring, right? So I'm not hemorrhaging life. So this is just lethal. I'm trying to think of a way that I don't manage to do that here. Stadium Headliner killing Acererak, I don't think is even enough. Because I could just recast him. Because he'd be discounted by 3. He would cost 2 mana. I think we just say go. We drew Heartless Summoning. We do the best possible. Maybe not best possible. I think like Bontu's Monument would just be better. Or something that would reduce it by 1. Because he is only a 4/4, huh? Stadium Headliner plus Grease Wrench. Does Sammy seem playable in Duel Commander? I don't know what Sammy is. Is his name Davil? Yes. Davil, blast those elves. Davil, transport those troops. No one cares that today is my birthday. I love Carnival, so I'll flavor text. Good time to open my little snack while we're sitting here. Genuinely, what card are we talking about? What is... Do I need to find... Is this the Edge of Eternity? Is there a Sammy here somewhere? Sammy. This card is 6 mana. No. I'm sorry, the answer is no. This card costs 6? Absolutely not. Let me do the math to see me. It's possible I should have drawn like a couple cards to try to find a land. I have 4 mana here. Costs 1. Costs 1 to cast a Acererak. If he dies, he costs 2. Yeah, we're still fine. We'll have enough mana. It's so funny this card triggers off your opponent's creatures. I played a whole league with this deck. It's like months ago at this point. I absolutely don't remember that. Probably because you're usually just killing your opponent. But it is kind of cool that you can, like, play out Carnival of Souls and just, like, fire off removal spells as your opponent puts creatures into play. This was just really not really the game to do that. Because we have the Necropotence. We do have to remember that we don't have Tendrils of Agony, but I think Lackey's gonna understand that he's dead. Shit. I gotta actually start clicking, huh? So I should have played StarCraft. Oh god. I should yield to the Lost Mines of Phandelver too. We assembled actual Infinite finally. Not the cleanest game of Necropotence I've ever played. Possibly the only game of Necropotence I've ever played, though, so maybe it is the cleanest by definition. But we did cast Necro on turn 1, and we did win, to the surprise of maybe no one. Well, finding deck. Yeah, it's so cool. It's a very charming deck. It's very goofy. Professor Hojo, what the hell is happening? Hell yeah. Am I supposed to keep this? This hand seems horrible. Kind of fucked up to almost be Turn Necro, but Jewel can't. Yeah, Jewel Necro, it's the combo. What the hell's my opponent cooking over here? Mono green, Nadu light, Nadu at home. Do I just keep Thoughtseize removal spell? The rest of my hand just doesn't do anything? Seems pretty bad. Yeah, fuck it, we'll keep. Why not? Turn 1 Thoughtseize is so good. How could you pass up? How could you mulligan Turn 1 Thoughtseize? Especially when you don't know what the fuck your opponent's doing. What is going on over here? Wow, this is just Nadu at home, huh? Oh, and you have a bunch of equipment that cost less. So you just, like, equip the... Oh, this is actually pretty sick, honestly. Squeeze Toy draws you a card. I don't want to take the Squeeze Toy, huh? Although protection from my deck seems pretty good, huh? Also protection from my deck seems pretty good. These cards both seem pretty scary. I mean, I guess Maze of Ith actually stops both of them from doing anything besides, obviously, drawing cards with Hojo. Kind of want to take the Halfling to encourage him to go Squeeze Toy into Hojo and get killed by Feed the Swarm, but I imagine he just won't do that. And that'll give my opponent the ability to just, like, Hojo and equip with a protection spell and then Squeeze Toy every turn, so I think I just have to do this. This is pretty sick, though. Although, again, we fall into, like, the mono-green trap of, like, you're maybe doing a cool thing, but it is perhaps dangerous. Oh, God. Draw Helm of Awakening. This card surely will never punish me if I cast it. Oh, maybe this was actually Feed the Swarm this. I kind of didn't register that they played Dryad Arbor over a forest. It's fine, they'll just cast Hojo here. Yeah, they would just never cast Hojo here. Nile Spellbomb, huh? Am I supposed to feed one of these guys? One's gonna Hojo into equip Dragonfire Blade to it. Which means I'll just never have a chance to shoot it. Means I should probably just kill the halfling, huh? Now my opponent, if they want to play Hojo, it's exposed because this costs. Oh no, this is equip 3, so it's equip 1. They can still Hojo. So this is naturally equip 3 if you're targeting a monocolored thing, yeah. Does not really feel like a turn I'm supposed to cast Helm of Awakening, does it? Play Sword of Fire and Ice and equip it to the Dryad Arbor, so you can attack me for 4 at least. Would be my guess. Or Sword of Light and Shadow, did I say Fire and Ice? Played that probably. These cards are cool. This is like a this deck's just like secretly a Voltron deck. Seems nightmarish to ever cast Helm of Awakening against. Do you play a Snaring Bridge? This deck does not, I don't think. Definitely could, especially with Dimir Machinations. Snaring Bridge seems like a pretty decent one. Also just think this deck, I hate Helm of Awakening in this deck all the time. But I did just yoink a deck off of the internet. Alright, I can get behind this. Our hand, ours abysmal garbage, unfortunately. So if we draw if we draw Relic of Legends or the other one, we do just win the game, right? With now we have Darkness Crystal. Our local Acererak player does. Makes sense. I could definitely see it. Equip that to the Dryad Arbor. Attack me for 4. This Maze Smith coming in pretty clutch, though. Fuck. Never mind. It's okay, we'll draw a Damnation. We have like 3 or 4 sweepers we could top deck here. In addition to Relic of Legends or whatever the heck it's called. To just kill my opponent. We don't have a lot of other options. We got like, okay, yeah, we draw Swamp. It's close. I don't think we have enough mana to do this. Oh yeah, we're just gonna like scry 1. Yeah, never mind. Alright, I'm conceding. Pay 2 mana, scry 1. Or let's pay 1 mana, scry 1, but we can't like actually draw anything. We could draw like Dead of Winter, Deluge, Dimir Machinations. Maybe Deluge might have not worked. I don't remember what our life total was. Relic of Legends, Beseech the Mirror. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we could have went Helm into Beseech the Mirror, I think. Actually had a decent number of top decks there. We were 5. Yeah, we could not have. No, I think we could have actually. We could have deluge down to 1, I think, because the Dryad Arbor was a 5/3, and the Hojo was a 4/4, right? Anyway, this hand seems pretty good. Pretty okay. We have a blank, but we have a discounter, a Wrath, which seems very powerful, and a discard spell. Much better than the last hand. I definitely should like mulligan the last hand, but I wasn't exactly sure what I was expecting to see out of this deck, to be quite honest. And the Deluge probably would have put us to. I think it would have put us to 1. I don't think they had anything with 5 toughness, but even if it hadn't, it's just like getting us another draw step, losing that much life. Expect max science. I suppose Hojo would be good at that. Their deck does seem pretty cool, but I do think it probably falls into the same trap we were learning with the Diamond Weapon, where it's just like, okay, you do like a pretty cool thing, but as a mono green deck, your interaction's just going to be so weak that if anyone's trying to go under you or trying to like combo you, then you're just not going to really have the sauce. It doesn't really matter if you get like some cool card draw engines online. Oh shit. This card's so sick when I do it. It's really fucked up when my opponent does it. What does Blink Moth Nexus do? Oh, it draws a card. You animate it, target itself. Draws a card on your opponent's turn with Hojo. Sure. I want to be sure to play my snow-covered swamps here for Dead of Winter, rather than like try to set up Herb and top deck coffers. I'll probably just Dead of Winter on 3, assuming that they haven't given their Hojo toughness, which they could very easily do with a bunch of equipment in their deck. Ugh. Do you even just jam Hojo here? This depends a little bit on the rest of the cards in your hand. Good. Play more cards into my Wraths. Also, please don't have anything that pumps his toughness. We'll just Cruel Claws heist that. I will not gift you a card. Oh, that's a thing that pumps toughness. Yoink. Why is that in their deck? Does it do anything? Just like pump spell? I guess it like protects it from like bolts and stuff? I don't know. The card seems a little off. What are we doing? Are we fetching Dryad Arbor? Play more into my Wrath, please. Cast Hojo. Protects against bolt, does a 2. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But like, there are other bolts in the format that it doesn't protect against. There are a lot of shocks that it does protect against, and mostly just like Flame Slash that it doesn't. So it feels like a little weird. I don't know. There are a lot of other removal spells that aren't specifically red that it does not protect against, and I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't matter. Ideally, when your Hojo is humming along, your card advantage matters a little bit less. So my opponent has one card in hand and it's Boseiju. If I play Bontu's Monument, I just get Boseiju, but do I care? It's either that or just cast Acererak, which seems kind of miserable. But I'm also kind of just down to get Boseiju to hit more land drops. And we'll let my opponent like play a little bit harder into the Dead of Winter. I mean, I could also grid, but I can't imagine the grid really does anything. Pontu's Monument's not like one of the super good ones to get Boseiju to. It's not like we're playing Sim 6 Ceremony here or Relic of Legends. Heartless Summoning. Just gonna main phase this? What if I had a 1-drop opponent? Does this come in tapped? I don't actually remember. No, what if I had a thought? Oh, they have no cards in hand. They don't give a shit. Fair enough. Come on, just play your Hojo. What could go wrong? I don't have anything. I'm just a meager mono black deck. Surely I don't have any sweepers. This defense grid's probably, honestly, pretty actively bad for me, huh? Because there are definitely points in the game that I may want to hold up a removal spell. My opponent has almost nothing besides their mutagenic growth, apparently. Probably a couple other instances. But a lot of their, like, things that they're doing on their opponent's turn are just trying to activate abilities and target their creatures to draw cards. So that just, like, goes to the defense grid anyway. Attack for 2. Sure. I'm just gonna cast my 3-mana Acererak. Am I going to the Lost Mines? I think I am. It's faster when you're like paying a bunch of mana. You get to scry 1 and then make a treasure and then drain and then draw a card rather than... Although I guess you get to see 3 cards in 4 casts as well. If I cast here, I just gain a life. Where if I cast Go to Lost Mines, I get to scry 1, try to sculpt for the next turn. Yeah, I probably want to go Lost Mine. Yeah, sure. It's pretty good. I'll Dead of Winter these Mana Dorks next turn. Come on. You know you have a card that targets. You can cast your Hojo now. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Hojo absolutely resolves. You got it, Chief. Target one of your creatures? Oh, shit. Does this do anything? No. This is completely fine. This is a little bit less completely fine, because they could honestly animate Factory and start kind of beating me down a little bit, but... I think I'm supposed to Dead of Winter, not Damnation, because I can also cast Acererak in the same turn. Start churning through. But fuck, this Mistress Factory with a GTA out is pretty scary. Because it could be worse. It could have been like a pro-black equipment. So I can't draw any like instant speed things to try to blow up the factory. They can draw a card on their turn using one of the counters too, which is nice. I have 5 lands, so Dead of Winter will kill this guaranteed. I think they just cantrip here, target one of their own things with the GTA trigger, or GTA activation. And then save the other counter to try to maybe pressure me. Yeah. Oh, they don't. Cool. Maybe not cool. Maybe they're really just trying to lock in on killing me. Which would be scary. Making a treasure token's gotta be better than making a 1-1 versus a Numazawa's Jite. these cards have a fair bit of synergy. Although, can't regenerate their Hojo from Damnation at least. Draw another card here. Do we just Damnation Acererak? They could have drawn 2 extra cards with these GT triggers, though. They pinged their own. It's a pretty nice one. Don't know exactly what it's going to do for me. One, two, three, four, five. They have 6 mana, so if they play Hojo... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if they play Hojo on 6 and then try to equip it, I can Bowmaster it down. So I think I leave this up, which is a little unfortunate if they miss. If they actually don't hit land 6, it's actually kind of bad for me. Oh no, they can just ping it. I need to ping my Bowmaster, that was stupid. Imagine me forgetting how GTA works, huh? Should have simply cast my Acererak, try to get through this dungeon faster. Getting close to Cabal Ritual being more alive. Don't even know how relevant that is. Giving me more mana trying to dig would be nice. Let's Acererak twice here. I think I'm gonna give this thing -4, -0. Oh, well, never mind. We will simply defile it instead. Time to start going to town with this Mishra's Factory. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then cast Hojo again next turn. This thing won't fucking die. Equip. Feels like they could have tapped that better, huh? No, they can't hold up Regenerate for however little that's worth. I guess I'm not tapped out. I have like Fatal Push here. If I had Fatal Push into File, though, I would have just pushed the Hojo that turn. Alright. What are we doing here? I get 2 casts? I think we go Dungeon of the Mad Mage, because we're not dead next turn. We could potentially get to the bottom. This gives me gain 1 life, scry 1. Shred Memory. Oh, that's pretty good, huh? Because that finds Heartless Summoning. Although they could kill the Acererak at 4/4. It would cost them all their GT counters, then we could recast it too. We still just have an abundance of mana. I think I'm supposed to spend this treasure token. to make another treasure token and just get one step further through. It effectively just uses this 2 mana to jump through the dungeon more. Transmute, Cabal Writ for 5, Heartless Summoning, Transmute, Cabal Writ to 5, Heartless Summoning down to 3. I have like 6 Acererak casts, so we get to Mad Wizard's Lair at least once. We're trying to go infinite? Yeah, pretty much. Equip GTA to Elvish Mystic. Send. Oh, they fucked up. They don't get 4 GT counters, which is definitely good for me. Maybe they really wanted to hold something up, though. Maybe they didn't fuck up. Not that I can really do anything about it. Transmute. Let's go get Heartless Summoning, huh? Sibsig better. Shred Memory is transmuting. It's not just, we're not just casting Demonic Tutor. Otherwise, yeah, definitely. I had to go get a 2-drop with transmute. Otherwise, Sibsig would have been real nice to make a bunch of 2/2s here. Bloodchief's Thirst is nice to just draw and kill this Hojo with, honestly. Have I played a land this turn? Discard Shred Memory. Then no, yeah, then I want to keep these because I want to go into Runestone Caverns, get both of these. I don't know if I want to kill the Hojo. We'll see towards the end of the combo. We'll go down to the Mad Wizard's Lair first. To choose now, I guess. I didn't actually know that. You may play them, I guess, does mean you may play them right now. What? That does. Oh, that doesn't target. They all fucked up again. They need to neg one their Hojo to get the draw. It's the pump ability. Nope, they still didn't. I don't know what's happening. Okay, whatever. I don't think it matters at this point. I think we're pretty solidly ahead. We get to scry 3, then draw 3, cast 1 for free here. Is it just tendrils? They don't die, right? You may cast one of them without paying their mana cost. Bottom. Top, I guess. So if I cast the Bubbling Muck without paying its mana cost, I actually get 6 mana here, and then I can go Acererak, Tendrils. Tendrils. Alright. Game 3 time. Yeah, this deck, like, it does, the combo turns on Moto do take, like, a little bit, but once you actually are operating, you can just go down the dungeon to the Mad Mage at, like, 1 or 2 times and kill them pretty fast. We restore them all along. Yeah, I mean, this deck is kind of a Storm deck. I wonder if the Tendrils is, like, not, like, maybe you just don't need to play the Tendrils if you're not a Moto. We have 2 removal spells and Dark Ritual, Dark Petition. This all seems very good. We can, like, go get Sibsig potentially. This just seems very good. Might be just Defile into Edict into Dark Writ, Petition, Sibsig into, like, a bunch of Acereraks and zombies. Obviously, Naked Sibsig Ceremony is a little bit dangerous if they have Naturalizes, but I imagine they probably don't have much outside Boseiju. Maybe a Haywire might. Bargain Bin, Cabal Coffers. I don't understand. Sure. He does some stuff. Spell Mastery is 2 or more? Yeah, alright, cool. Like, they can cast Hojo and then draw a card, and then their guy just dies. My question is if I want a Shieldred's Edict or Defile. I think I want a Shieldred's Edict just because it's... Defile will be more mana efficient later. And not always guaranteed to kill. Sacrifice a non-token creature of their choice. The fact that this thing costs 3 to equip and not 2 makes it kind of a weird include. I don't super get it. I feel like this deck really wants to maximize on things that equip for 2 mana to be free on Hojo. I think we're just gonna Dark Raid, Dark Petition, Sibsig, go. It's like the Sibsig ceremony. So I need to stack this so that the Sibsig triggers on the bottom. The Acererak goes to my hand before the Sibsig ceremony kills it. I don't know why exclamation point list doesn't work. Try exclamation point deck or exclamation point deck list, maybe. I literally just yoinked this one from like some 28-person event on MTGO. Am I still liking Cloud? Yes, very much. Just trying some other stuff. But I think Cloud's still really good. Okay, so I stack this at the bottom. returns to my hand. I think we just want to go through Lost Mines because it hits the treasure faster, and we're just going to kill the zombies. Scry 1. Don't really want that. This should still make a zombie, right? Yep. I guess I shouldn't have played the Cabal Stronghold because I didn't think I was actually drawing a card this turn, but we might like top deck Basic Swamp and get to do another Acererak. Why you make the zombie if you're not destroying the creature? Doesn't target? I don't know. How do I explain this, chat? It doesn't target. It's like the ability resolves to the best of its own ability. Like the trigger has no target, right? That's effectively how this works. Hey, I see you eyeing the back of the computer, kitty. Like, you're gonna jump back there? Don't do that, please.
Yeah. Just go.
It doesn't have to destroy the creature or make the 2/2, yeah. Exactly. If it said, like, destroyed, I guess it wouldn't... It'd be weird to word it that it does make a target, but yeah. Destroyed that target creature or some weird shit. And do we draw the swamp? We don't. We'll just Candy Trail, though. We have a bunch of 2/2s. I feel like we're pretty safe. Oh, swamp. I'll draw one of these, I guess. We have, like, Thoughtseize, removal spell, infinite 2/2s over time. And Hojo Power Armor it. I guess I can't Defile or Consuming Corruption it because it's a 5/5. Kind of funny. I could obviously do both if I really want to. And then I just cast 6 and they just cast it again. I think I'm just kind of fine. Kitty, cut it out. Yes, no. She was running. She knew. I knew she was on a fucking mission. Alright, what's the best way to do this? I think it's just cast Acererak a bunch of times and kill my opponent. Doesn't really matter. Just have to remember to stack these right. Kitty, get out of here. Come on. Oh, I should have activated Cabal Stronghold. Whoops. That's fine. I still have enough mana. It's possible I should have gone down the other dungeon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's got 7 rooms. So it wouldn't have actually got through the whole way. Sure. Let's make this thing a 1/5. I can just attack better. She's up to no good over there. I see her.
Yeah, I don't know what her problem is today. What do you want, kitty?
Ooh, map. I don't think that actually does anything. Alright, let's go to the other room now so we can kill my opponent. I guess they're probably just dead next turn anyway, but... Oh, wait, I only have 4 swamps. Maybe they'll block, and I can just kill it with Defile, huh? Am I gonna get got? What's happening? Gains hexproof. So it's gonna be a 2/6. I just let them kill my thing and then have the Defile, or I could, yeah, I just don't give a shit. Oh no, it's just ward. Shit, I'm not gonna be able to target that next turn. I still don't think I give a shit. To be entirely honest. I think I'm pretty safe this game. They can give it like lifelink or something, I think. What is my opponent playing? They're playing Professor Hojo. Alright, let's just Thoughtseize him. Just be safe. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't want to read the cards in my opponent's hand, but Sword of Fire and Ice seems like kind of scary. I don't know. Do we have lethal? Not quite. Maybe. Could find a swamp for consuming corruption. Oh no, it's a 2/6 now. I forgot. Yeah, it's whatever. Opponent's cooking. Don't worry about it. Alright, 4/8 with lifelink. I'll block. Trust me. That's not gonna do it. Oh, wait, no, they could hit me. Wait, no, it only taps once, right? It's gonna tap once, shoot one of my guys, and then they can untap. But, like, I still am just going to block it with every single one of my creatures. I don't even give a shit, man. I don't know if they have something to blow me out with. I don't really care. I think I'm pretty good regardless. It feels more like the oven is on a low simmer. Fair enough. Like, they can't all be winners. We tried playing fucking Diamond Weapon and got crushed, and then we immediately gave up because the deck wasn't very good. Alright, we did it. We've successfully killed Hojo. This thing costs 6 mana, right? Dog, I don't want to read these cards. Okay, they give up. Nice. We did it. Alright, one more match. Wait, hang on. Let's do a giveaway, huh? What's the giveaway code word, huh? Chat, what you got? Hojo? Acererak's too hard to spell. I want... Need a good clean one. Oh. I haven't seen that one before. Crashed trying to pair me with another player. Fair enough. Let's do Hojo. Oh, nope. Hojo. Hojo seems like a worse Tifa. I mean, very differently built decks, but yes. Worse Tifa as in, like, I think if you're playing a mono green deck, you have to kill your opponent on turn 3, not draw 4 cards. Alright. Hojo is the giveaway word. We're giving away 120 play points to one viewer. Type Hojo in the chat. Just watching your stream. Playing against Jury, Master of the Review. I think this deck won the French National Side event, right? Not like you draw 4 cards and like, yeah, I just mean like not all at the same time, but you know, over a couple of turns, you just want your opponent to die. Hand's a little mana light, but it's got some good stuff. I imagine Nile Spellbomb might be relevant. We might have to cycle it, but we have removal spells. This kills, yeah. We have removal, sweeper. We have tutors for both halves of the combo, right? We can tutor Relic of Legends and Heartless Summoning given enough time. Yeah, stuff like this is stuff I want to Nile Spellbomb. So if they play this on turn 2, it doesn't really do anything. I think I just want to Nile Spellbomb into potentially like Prism Ring Cut Down or something. I guess maybe I'm just supposed to Prism Ring in that instance. But I might want to, like, cut down plus cycle Spellbomb instead, depending on what happens. Given the context of my hands, I may need to aggressively cycle a Spellbomb, even though it might be pretty decent against my opponent. I will settle for, like, cut down Bloodsoaked Champion plus draw a card. If that's all I can do. But if they just like play Jury, then that's a little rude, don't you think? Take my removal spell and then Jury me? That's pretty bad. At least we can't get Grief reanimated, huh? What'd they pitch? A Cursed Marauder. Yeah, makes sense. Not very good against the deck with like 3 creatures. Oh, I didn't put the giveaway on screen. There you go. Get your Hojos in chat. But yeah, the lesson that we kind of learned playing the Diamond Weapon deck is that you can do like a reasonably powerful thing, whether that's like playing a very cheap 8/8 or drawing some cards. But like in a mono green deck, you're just gonna lack a lot of removal ability. Oh damn, they got me. You lack a lot of interaction to beat the combo decks or the faster decks. So just drawing some cards isn't really gonna cut it. Does feel, honestly, like, obviously the comparison for mono green commanders is like calling Hojo a bad Tifa, but like did kind of feel like a bad Cloud in terms of like a bunch of card advantage and shitty creatures, but white has better interaction by far. Kind of surprised to see Prism Ring go there. I mean, I guess I would gain a lot of life over turns. Drawing another land is very nice. I think I'm just going to pass here, and then probably, assuming that they don't play anything scarier, I'm just going to cut down and cycle Spellbomb before they attack. Maybe even after then, I don't know. But this prevents me from getting, like, gutted or something. They're scared of the combo, so they took the piece. But, like, we have the other 2 pieces, right? Like, we're not going to lose any life just going and getting the other 2. Feels like they were scared of, like, me gaining, like, little bits of chip life over turns. I kind of want to kill this thing, huh? Like, make it like a 3/3, which is pretty scary, but... I guess if I'm not killing the Bloodsoaked Champion, then I can just afford to wait. They might want to cast a spell main 2 and fetch, and I can kill in response and take 1 less damage. Oh wait, I can't cut this down. Fuck, I'm stupid. I can't cut this down. This is damn, that was dumb. I should have cut down the Bloodsoaked Champion, so I just cycled the Spell Bomb. Whoopsie. Am I supposed to cycle? I think I kind of need to do it anyway is the issue. So I just need to cut down the Bloodsoaked Champion now. I just took 2 damage for no reason. Because I just need to get these things online instead. And cycle. Oops. At least I caught it before I tried to target it. Could have been a lot worse. Oh no, because now they can even just get it back if I cycle. They can just literally pay 2 mana and bring it back, and it's the speed. God, fuck. It's all coming apart. I should have just killed the Bloodsoaked Champion. They can just do the thing with their 2 mana. No, just don't cycle then. Activate only if you attacked this turn. Yeah, they could. Yeah, it's just untap. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We don't need a cycle. We hit the 4th land. I think we go get Sibsig first. Just disrespect them. Just activate it. They won't see the line. Sibsig first is nice because we could like potentially cast it and then Acererak to start making some chump blockers. Wait, no, this needs to be Relic of Legends, not Sibsig, because this can only be Heartless Summoning. So if we get Relic of Legends, we can then play a 4 mana play Relic. No, I think it's Heartless Summoning first, in case we need to, like, cast a Acererak to, like, make a chump blocker. Like, Heartless Summoning into, like, Acererak to make a 1/1, and then next turn transmute Relic of Legends. No. Costs too much mana. I think we get Relic here. It's more likely that we'll be able to weave Relic of Legends into a turn. Because we can play it out and also tap it for mana. So we could sack the Spellbomb and kill the Bloodsoaked Champion right now, obviously, if we really wanted to, but if my opponent wants to attack and then get back Bloodsoaked Champion, and then in response to Spellbomb get back Bloodsoaked Champion again, then I'm just completely fine with that. They know we have Damnation. They don't know we have another land. Sure. That's another thing to sack to, like, deal me a bunch of damage with Jury this turn. Which is, I assume, their plan. Wait, why did I care? I'm casting Damnation next turn. I could have just, like, let that happen, huh? Do I Damnation? Do I Relic of Legends long goodbye here? It kind of sucks that I'm taking 3 here after taking they crack the blood token. I take 4, go to 9, then I get attacked. I think I have to Damnation here and then potentially with long goodbye the Jury afterwards. Don't even cycle blood token. I'm scared. What does that mean? Are all the cards in their hand just juiced? Or do they have like a madness card? I didn't even realize they left Jury in the graveyard. Why'd they leave Jury in the graveyard? They just kill their whole board here? I kind of want to play the Relic of Legends this turn, though. Can I leave the Blood Tithe Harvester and play for a turn? I go to 7. They have 1 card and they left Jury in the graveyard after, like, unearthing 2. What is happening? Maybe they thought their 2-2 had haste. Maybe? Seems like... Maybe they have another reanimate, but then I feel like they would have reanimated over, like, unearthing the Blood Tithe plus Alessia. They had 5 mana, so, like, if they had, like, animate Dead Jury plus fetch, cast Alessia, seems like it's probably better. Last card. Self-destruct. Makes sense. Kind of a sick combo with Jury. But doesn't make sense in terms of what they've... Oh, God. God damn it. They just left Jury in their graveyard for no reason, and then top deck Paragraph to kill me, unless we draw something real good. Nope. Can we transmute for a 2-drop that I can cast for 1 mana that kills a Paragraph? Probably not. It's so bad that it's like, that's exact lethal, too. Over 2 turns. If they just hit anything else, we could just shred memory for the rest of the combo and kill them next turn. Wait, hang on. Can we cast shred memory and live? Exile 4 cards from a single graveyard. Is that something? Are we cooking? I don't think we're cooking, but... They have creature, sorcery, land, instant. I have instant, sorcery, artifact. Yeah, I mean, it's worth trying. It is not deterministically dead. I think we just exile our artifacts to make this a 4/5 and go to 1 life. And then top deck, Heartless Summoning. Or Sibsig. Or like a removal spell, maybe. Alright, yeah, this Tainted Pact probably kills me, huh? The deck seems much worse mono black control deck than combo deck. I mean, it kind of is, right? That's kind of the whole shtick of the deck, that it is a mono black control deck that eventually combo kills. I don't know what they're looking for here, but I imagine, like, most things kill me, right? Barrogoyf, that one kills me! Opponent, wait, hang on, go back! I don't know what we're looking for. They're trying to play around me having like a 2-mana removal spell that kills Paragoyf here. I guess. What's the best card in that position? Who knows? Broadside Bombardier is a pretty good one. Alright. That's fine. I feel like they have something in mind. Is there like a spell that deals 5 damage? Maybe they deck themselves. You took Sephiroth? Really? No shot. Wait, no, they took Malkia Rebirth. That doesn't do anything, right? They're playing around removal spell by grabbing Malkia Rebirth and play around like me killing this Pyroglyph. Because then they just get it back and kill me. They did not play around the known info of Shred Memory, my own graveyard. To make Pyroglyph a 4/5. All of this to attempt to top deck. We have like 2 hits to win. Damn. We tried so hard. Are we just dead? We can scry 1, make a 1/1. We can gain 1 life, scry 1. And we die. We can't go 3 times, right? Can we? Wait, can we? Cost 3 mana. Untaps. So it effectively costs 2. I'm gonna play it out because I'm bad at Acererak math. I don't think we get... It doesn't even matter. If we gain 1 life, we still die to the Forsaken Miner. Never mind. Yeah, I am good. Damn. Really flubbed that one, huh? The 2 life mattered a lot that I just took from that fucking champion for no reason. Yeah, this hand ain't it, huh? This hand's also kind of not it, but on 6 we'll keep it. Bottom this Tendrils, surely we won't need that later. Thoughtseize. Well, fuck. I don't really want to take these creatures with this Unearth, huh? So... But I also, like, would love to leave them this Unearth because I have a fucking Nile Spellbomb in my hand. God damn. One of the only times ever I'd rather have cast Nile Spellbomb on turn 1 than Thoughtseize. Shit. Kind of priced into it. No, that's a pretty good one. They're like guaranteed to cast Dark Confidant or Jury next turn. Probably not Jury. But Dark Confidant too seems like pretty likely. Then we get him. Yep. Not a lot of defense grid matchups today, huh? I think I want a Acererak more than I want to play a Nile Spellbomb. Am I going Lost Mines of Phandelver? I think so. Yeah, lets me scry. Try to hit another land drop. That gives me Heartless Summoning, but it's my entire turn next turn. Heartless Summoning's pretty good. I think I have to put it on top. I have like 2 jump blockers for the Barrowgoyf, so it's not going to go crazy. Something does kill both of my creatures, notably, but I'm going to be jump blocking with them, so... Seems probably fine. Next turn we can like Heartless Summoning. We could even potentially Bubbling Muck into Heartless Summoning Acererak. It's not very good. If we top deck a land, then it's really good. I think my opponent played the Swamp, right? We don't know anything. I would love to declare blocks. It's also possible we wait another turn. Probably not. But we could, like, potentially Nile Spellbomb. Oh, I thought that was Cling. They cast Claim. Sure. I think I like Heartless Summoning Acererak Fungi Fungal Pools the Barrowgoyf, honestly. No, we put a creature in the yard, but then it says 0-5. Seems not bad. They have 3 cards in hand. They'll draw more, but... I guess I attack for 1, huh? Attack for the what? Yeah, exactly. The little Orcish Bowmaster that could. I go Mine Tunnels, Fungi Cavern, hit the Barrowgoyf. Because I didn't think about the aftermath. I mean, if they really want to spend 2 mana, I'd give this thing, like, mill 2 cards. It's not the end of the world. Make it a 2-5. Next turn we have, like, draw a card. We're probably starting the next turn Bubbling Mucking. And just probably going towards Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Vault of Whispers. So if we Bubbling Muck, we have 4 mana, so we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gets us a treasure token, 5 is Scry 2, so we don't actually get to add any more cards to our hand is the issue. if we go dungeon. We get scry 1, treasure token, scry 2, which might be bad. We might go Lost Mines again if we don't hit the land drop here. Repeatedly going Lost Mines to Fungi Cavern the Baragoi is probably not the end of the world. Yeah, I think we want to go Bubbling Muck. I wonder if that meant I actually... No, I had to go Fungi Pools last turn. But I could have potentially conserved my treasure for more mana. Just taking the hit from Baragoi for something. That's not a land, unfortunately. I think we have to go Lost Mines again. That is not what we want. Try desperately to hit this land drop. Nice. That's huge. Do I gain 1 life, scry 1, or gain 1 life, play Spell Bomb? Six showing could easily be more. It is kind of scary. Can't really do anything to their cards and their guys in play, unfortunately. I think we just gain 1, scry 1, hope we don't die. They're showing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, God. They're showing like 10. Wait, are we just like... We might actually just be dead almost. I guess they can't sack the Barb Rings. Never mind. They might be able to, though. Maybe we have to play Spell Bomb here. We have 4 mana next turn. If we have 1 here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hit a treasure token along the way, 5, and we'll probably hit a land drop off of the Scries plus the Runestone Caverns. So I think we go Dungeon of the Mad Mage and then Spell Bomb. Then sack it immediately so we don't get aftermathed. Or Barb Ringed. It's a sorcerer, right? Yeah. Would be weird as an instant. Yeah, I don't really want to get hit by that 2-2. Alright, please don't kill me. Oh, god damn it. That's like super lethal, right? All that thinking and we just instantly die, right? That's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, yeah, we're dead. Oh, all that brain power. Just instantly KO'd by Broadside Bombardier. Fair enough. Dang. Definitely could have played that a little bit better, especially the game one. But Acererak, definitely like not less common, but still like pretty playable commander. I think I would definitely make some changes to this. Mostly get this Helm of Awakening out of the deck because I think it's pretty bad. We did some pretty powerful stuff. Definitely a fan. I enjoy like these like fiddly. I don't know what it is. Like some combo decks I totally bounce off of, but like some combo decks like Bomberman and this I guess a very Bomberman-esque deck. I do love just like more fiddly stuff rather than like all-in combo strategies. Oh, last chance, get your type Hojo in the chat. We're gonna call the stream here because getting late. We played a little match, a couple matches of the Diamond Weapon earlier. Anyone else left in chat wanting to type? Wanting to get in on the Playpoint giveaway? My cats are also getting upset, which means it's always time to end the stream. They're getting antsy and jumping on the desk and stuff. She's being a punk. Alright, let's end the giveaway here. Our mayor. Congrats. If you want to type something in chat so I can find your name easier. Rigged wins again. Indeed. I do rig all of these ahead of time, just FYI, so that you specifically never win.
You who?
The person listening.
I thought you were just going to say Toast.
I do rig them so Toast never wins. One time Toast won and then I didn't give him the code.
Dick.
Just crazy the nepotism inherent in these giveaways. I won once, but you rigged that one in my favor to show that it isn't rigged. Yeah, exactly. If you win, it's because I'm trying to convince you that it's not rigged. Alright, I found our mayor. Oh, I sent a message and then it instantly vanished. I don't know, maybe our mayor doesn't have, like, whispers from random people set up? Our mayor, you are still there. Okay. Let me try to send it again. It instantly vanishes. You might have some like whisper settings. If you have Discord or something, you can just DM me on Discord or fiddle with your Twitch settings. Just post the code in chat. Yeah, just whisper me later, or just like DM me on Discord or something. I can get you the code whenever. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks everyone for joining. Like I said at the start, if you want to see more Duel Commander content, feel free to subscribe on YouTube, follow me here on Twitch. Let me know what other decks you want to see me pilot. We're kind of just, you know, feeling out the format. I'm obviously gonna go be playing a bunch more Cloud, but, you know, every once in a while you want to mix it up, play some of these other decks. Maybe we'll drag Eureka onto the stream one of these days to play the Storm deck, because God knows I won't be able to pilot it by myself. That would be a horrible, miserable affair for everyone involved. But if we get like a competent Storm player plus like a competent Duel Commander player, we can maybe put something together. Anyway, let's call it here. Let's go find someone to raid. And it's probably going to be Harain, because Harain's eternally online. Wait, is he not? Is his stream over? Oh, no, it's not. It just didn't immediately show up. Stream title, Let's Fire This Prelim. I really don't think the prelim fired. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back next week. Some more Duel Commander content. I'll see you guys in the next one.